Happy Sip and Sparkle Sunday. Hello, Paula. How are you?
Nice to see you again, Lisa.
So nice to see you too. I'm thrilled that you're here today.
Well,
So very excited to hear more about you and your business. So for those of you who are just joining us, I host a weekly Sip and Sparkle Sunday video series, and the purpose is to interview small business owners in the community, learn about them, join networks, and just really educate the viewers on all the fabulous resources that we have at our fingertips. So with that, Miss Paula, I'm going to turn it over to you. Why don't you just share a little bit and we will go from there. Oh, we forgot to sit first.
Oh.
Sorry. We usually do
that's
that.
right. Sip and sparkle.
Sip and sparkle. Very nice.
Yeah, that does make you feel sparkly.
It sure does, right?
Yeah, well, boy, oh boy, you are sure right about all the resources we have around here. I've just been here since March, and I have just been amazed at how many wonderful services and people that we have in McKinney. So that's how we met, being in the chamber together.
Yes.
But what brought me here, a classic story of grandkids.
Oh.
But what brought me to my profession, I'm a mental health counselor.
Okay.
And I had been a dietitian for 40-some years.
Oh, my.
And loved my work in the hospital. But then those jobs changed as hospital life changed. And what I remember the most about loving that work is that I got a chance to talk to people who maybe they just had surgery and now they needed to be on a special eating regime, or maybe they just got a diagnosis like diabetes or heart disease or something. And in talking to them, I really could feel how upsetting it was, how life-changing it was. So when I found that my dietetic career was getting a little bit less juicy, I thought, I've been counseling forever, I should get a degree in it. And so I do have a bit of a unique specialty. I really try to focus on people who have gone through a mental or a physical trauma that has left them with a bit of a mental lag. They're still challenged in their mind, even though their body might have healed. In fact, I'll tell you an interesting story. Just the other day, I was talking to a bariatric surgeon. Now, it's surprising to me how many people with bariatric problems that I have had in my practice. But as soon as he heard I was a mental health counselor, he came dashing across the room. He goes, "Oh, do you know about body dysmorphia? And how come everybody's got such a high divorce rate? And what about all of the alcohol issues?" And I said, "I'm on it." You know, these are things that when people have had a big physical change, they might have some transitional changes, especially when a lot of these physical health problems happen when we're middle-aged. We're pretty not set in our ways, but we're established in the way we want to be.
Absolutely.
So I like to work with people to find out how you can still enjoy your life and have this other thing under your control as well. Be the master of your diabetes and still be able to go to France and take that cooking class, or be able to throw those wonderful parties when you just had an amputation or an ostomy or something else that you felt embarrassed about. But it's because of my dietetic background, I understand all the physiology of the changes, and sometimes there's just some mental hang-up we can get past. The thing that makes it hard for what I do is that I specialize in brief therapy. So after 4, 6, or 8 visits, usually people are going, "Sayonara, Paula."
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I think that is a mark of success.
Absolutely.
Where a lot of times, now that I've met a lot of counselors in my town, and boy, are there a lot of them, they're going, "Oh, you're never going to make it because you've got to keep people coming every week forever or you'll never make any money." It's like, whatever. I'll just find a lot more people and work in broader areas, because I don't want to have somebody feeling like they need me. I want them to feel like they had their legs under themselves again.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah.
It's like you can do this.
Yeah. So I really enjoy what I do because I think I get kind of that charge of success feeling when they have their success feeling.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what that's all about.
That's awesome. I can understand that. So one of my many hats is I also work for Weight Watchers. Well, it's now WW. So I coach people just like you were a health coach for years, and I can appreciate how, in terms of weight loss or just any kind of body image, it's very emotionally difficult. So I think that you can have that synergistic relationship between the two. I think is pretty amazing for what you do. I mean, that you have that background, and I think that makes you very, very marketable.
Well, it gives me a kind of a unique niche, I think.
Absolutely.
Because somebody came up to me and said, "Oh yeah, because after that bariatric surgery, they're so hot, they probably just dumped their wife or husband. That's why the divorce rate's high." It's like,
oh my goodness,
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so
I think
either.
it's because they have a lot of indigestion and they're embarrassed, or it's because they still feel like they're 350 pounds when they're now down to 150, and
so true.
Just like when they lose weight a little slower. It's like my husband keeps saying he loved me more when I was bigger. Well, what do you do with that when you used to be unhealthy?
Right.
So it sometimes that might take a little fine tuning in the working with the relationship, or I can think of people who maybe they've got their self together, but they know they taught their family and children some pretty bad habits with the portions and the types of foods they feel like they need to celebrate.
Oh, right.
So I'm also a chef. Oh my
gosh.
I mean,
wow.
when I was in the food thing, I got into it. So hey, let me help with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, let's still make food a wonderful part of your life, but not that consequential part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what is your specialty as a chef?
Oh, let's see. My favorite thing is to throw themed dinner parties.
Oh, how fun.
This is a little bit old school, but maybe you remember when everybody was talking about the Titanic?
Yes.
I had the most glamorous Titanic dinner party, and I served a menu right off of the boat, and and had some ice carvings and all this really fun stuff. And I really enjoy cuisines from different parts of the world. I grew up with a German father, but when he was in his 40s, he decided, after many trips to Italy, that he was going to be Italian now. And so we made the tortellini and the rigatoni and everything right in our own kitchen every single Saturday. You kids get up early and start working this dough. We've got a party, coming. So I grew up with the fun, festive feeling about food, and I don't think that has to be correlated with volume.
No, it doesn't. I mean, you can enjoy it, and you could enjoy the experience and the people that you're with, but it's not necessarily about the food, it's about the experience and the sharing. Yeah.
One thing I don't know too much about yet that I'm anxious to learn is that I'm a new Texan, and I don't know how big the barbecue thing is, but I do see a lot of meat eating.
Yes. I have eaten more meat here in the past. We moved here in 2002. 17 years than I have eaten in my entire life.
Yeah, so I'll have to learn about that so that I can be useful to people who are trying to enjoy that and modify that, We don't have to go to tofu meat, I don't think.
Oh, Lord, no. Tofurkey.
Yeah, that's right.
Yummy. So Paula, where are you from originally?
Well, I spent most of my time in Michigan. I grew up in Michigan, and then I was off to Minneapolis and Chicago and even Nashville, and then I was back in Michigan close to 10 years ago to help take care of my parents as they were aging. But while that was happening, my son became married and became a parent and became a Texan. So I said, someday when Mom and Dad don't need me, you know where I'll be.
Okay.
I teased my daughter-in-law. I said, I'm not too comfortable with the idea of all that heat. And I said, if I get a little cranky, just whisper the word chaps to me and I'll be fine.
That's so funny. I don't like the heat either. That has been the biggest adjustment for me coming here. I mean, I love the people. We've made such wonderful friends. I mean, the cost of living is fantastic. You know, so you can have a good lifestyle here, but the heat, the summers are brutal. And you haven't been through a true summer yet, have you?
No, I did come for about 10 days last August so that I could, like, identify the sureness that, yes, I can do this. I can do this. And I love water, so I will be in the pool a lot.
Oh, good. And y'all have a pool, so.
Yeah, that's right. And there's plenty of them around. In fact, I just sent a message to my daughter-in-law. I said, I think there's what they call a drive-in movie at the Apex pool this Saturday. What if we have a girls' night out? You know, take her little darling 4-year-old and go hit the show.
Oh, fun! You know, I love that.
We didn't have that in Michigan.
Right, I know. Well, you probably have such a small window of what's true summer.
We don't ever get really hot in Michigan.
You just get really humid.
Well, yeah, and then really cold really soon after that.
Right.
Humid day.
Right. So do you miss it at all, or Chicago, or?
Oh, you know, I'll always go back to the north for my vacations. I even like shoveling, but I'm a skier and a snowboarder and a skater. And you know, one thing about the winters in those kind of states is that it's so bright. The snow reflects so much light into your home. So I do enjoy that. But mostly right now, I'm looking forward to digging in and becoming Texan. And I bet in a year you'll be saying, "Where'd you get that accent, Paula?"
I know, because I've had people come up to me and say, "Well, you definitely have an accent." And I'm like, "I don't have an accent. Are you kidding? I have no accent." So it will. People will start to, and I say y'all all the time. That's the only true Texan phrase that I have picked up, and I love it. And I've even said all y'all, and my husband looks at me cross-eyed. He's like, "Oh, wow, you really embraced." But I will never say fixin'. I'm never fixin' to do something. I'm sorry. I'm drawing the line at fixin'. But anyways.
Yeah, I haven't heard too many colloquialisms like that. I haven't heard. I'll be on the lookout for fixin'.
Oh, you'll hear it. Yes.
But one of the things I noticed so fast is that people in Texas are kind.
They sure are.
Because, like I said, I was in Tennessee. Don't mean to down Tennessee, but there was like a fake sweetness there.
Really?
I perceived, you know, that just over the top sweet, but then if you'd say, "Can I borrow a cup of sugar?" It's like, no.
Wow,
but
interesting.
Here, I can't tell you, almost every time. I like to go to the grocery store. It's one of my favorite things because I know somebody that just is shopping is going to come up to me and go, "You look like you're trying to decide between those two sauces."
That's so
My
true.
family likes that one. I was in the store the other day, and way down the aisle, somebody was yelling, "You look like you're looking for something. Can I help you?" And it wasn't an employee.
Right. Right. I know, isn't that awesome?
I was like, I don't want to leave this store. This is so sweet.
It is.
Yeah, we don't do that in the north. We just stay out of each other's way. We nod, smile, and like, "Oh, your tire's flat? Have fun with that." Yeah. Where in Texas, I bet like 3 ladies in a fancy dress would show up like, "I can't help it. I'll give you encouragement."
Right. And I'll call somebody who can help you. I know, that's so true. It's like that in California too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's so
the
much the same.
genuineness of the kindness really strikes me. Yeah. So
it's really awesome.
Yeah, so I just can't wait to meet more and more y'all.
Y'all. All y'all.
All y'all.
So we need to help Miss Paula meet more people. So first of all, share is there a particular client at this particular time that you're looking for? I know you talked about a lot of different things, but are you looking for a particular client right now? And then how do people get a hold of you?
You know, in my training and back in Michigan, I worked in a small clinic and I saw everything. Drug addicts, alcoholism, parent-child things, you know, and I'm perfectly capable of doing all that. But for people watching, you might know somebody who's struggling with an issue related to, maybe it's grieving, maybe they lost a pet, or maybe they just found out an aspect of their health is gone, isn't going to return, or maybe they're worried about a sick child. Those people who have had a medical related mental health trauma, I'm I'm the gal for you. It's an unusual area to be strong in. And the place that I work now is called Springbridge Independent Counseling Center.
Okay.
And it's right off Hudson Parkway. It sounds like everybody knows Brahms. And
Oh, yes.
It's immediately behind Brahms.
Okay.
So that is, the best way to reach me and to seek out appointment availability is my website.
Okay.
It's a wonderful new website that a gentleman here in McKinney set me up with. It's www.herzogtherapy.com. And Herzog is Herzog.
Awesome. So where do you see your business going in the next 5 years?
Well, when I signed myself up for this, I hope that for 20 years I'm still working.
I love it.
And I picture myself as that wise old lady. By then, I've been growing out my hair. I might have a gray braid that drags down
I
to the
love
floor,
it.
and I will know all the life wisdom by then. And I figured when you want to work, and I love to work, and you're older, what can you do? And I thought, you can be that wise old person giving the counsel. So,
awesome.
So I hope I'm in the location I'm at right now, but I hope that I have found my niche, and that doctors know where to refer me, and anybody who knows somebody who's been through a tough thing physically. Double check, see if they're just faking it. You know, I was just talking to somebody who said, well, my mom lost her dog, but I don't want to bring it up. Well, sweetheart, do. Let maybe just 3 or 4 conversations can help her move to the place where she can celebrate his life instead of cry herself to sleep and not tell you.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because depression affects in so many different ways.
Yeah, and why wait till somebody says it's so bad you need a medicine?
Exactly.
Those aren't nearly as profoundly impacting as catching something early and using your own personal mental powers
Absolutely.
to get back on your feet.
I love that. I love that.
Well, good. I hope you never need me,
But you are awesome. Isn't she delightful? Oh my gosh. I just love your personality, and you're just, I mean, I would come and have you counsel me. I would. I just think you're in a great profession.
I stubbed my toe. I'm going to go talk to you. Just in case I'm traumatized. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd rather have talked, like several times in the last month, I've talked to people that said, you know what, you came here saying you had this anxiety disorder and all these things. I said, you're just having a perfectly normal reaction to a crappy thing that happened to you. You'll be fine.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with you.
And sometimes people just need to hear that, because we always go down that rabbit hole because society says, oh my gosh, you might have this issue or this issue, and it's so stupid.
Yeah, and people are quick to judge.
They are.
Like,
Oh boy.
Look at her, she's having issues. Well, don't let people say that about you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll tell you if you have issues.
Okay.
I'm a pro.
Oh, honey, you have problems.
Well, we will keep that between ourselves.
Yes, we will.
If that was true.
We will. Yes, we will. Okay, one last question. I always like to ask this. So share something that maybe people watching this who do know you have no idea, kind of a fun fact, something unique about you. It could be somewhere you traveled, an experience you had. What's something that you'd like to share?
Well, I have not told anybody for a good long time that I do a lot of artwork. I even have an easel.
Okay.
And I just got more art products because I like to express myself through color and rubbing like oil crayons on a canvas real hard or splashing paints around.
I love it.
Yeah. And I'm not very good and I don't care.
Who cares? Who cares? It's for your enjoyment.
Yeah,
and you know what? You might be better than you think. So
I just like making a big mess with art.
Right. That's awesome. Do you have a studio that you...
Oh no, I have just a corner of the patio that's starting to look funny.
Hey, that works, right? That's all good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, but I am looking for a cowboy if anybody knows one.
Okay, all right. Okay. Keep that in mind. All righty. Well, this has been so fun.
Oh,
I
thanks
really
so
enjoyed
much,
it.
Lisa. And it's nice to get to know you better and better all the time as we see each other regularly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, well, much success to you as you continue to grow your business, and you've just been awesome. And
Well, thanks for your help.
absolutely. So, I guess until next Sunday, may you sip and sparkle.
Sip and sparkle.
Yes.
What a motto.
I know, right? Bye.
Bye-bye.